Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of the Cheap Pop Podcast, right here and brought to you by First GenXers. I am your host, Dark Lord 100, aka Double KK Double, and this is the man that does this with me on a weekly basis, and that is the one and only Dave. Well, yeah, I guess we're just going by Dave this week. No Rune Scribe.
I thought I put the. Oh no, never mind. I had to clear my Chrome browser, the cache out, and so forgot to add that back in.
All good. Oh, I'll say, but for those of you who might recognize that face, you know him from being Rune Scryer on the night shift, host of the night shift, bringing us the great games like Horizon.
I will be. I will be having some updates. I finally got the second monitor in my set back up in my office, so I will be streaming my games starting probably this coming weekend. I should be streaming the games off my PC, which means I'll have my web camera up, which means you will see this mug going through Horizon Forbidden West and Starfield.
There we go. Finally,
yes. A little bit of a problem with the switch dock in that the HDMI, the capture card that I got, it's not working how I thought it was going to be. I thought I'd just patch it in between the second monitor and the PC, but it actually doesn't do that. So I have to set up a third monitor, and then the capture card gets connected by USB 3 to the PC, which I stream from that using OBS.
There you go.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah, no, you got to put it all together. Trust me, I've been there. I used OBS to do this show for years. First, just to record it, I used to use OBS and Zoom. You remember that when we first started doing Cheap Pop, and then I go all the way back to me and the original Cheap Pop podcast, right? When we first went to video, we went away from audio and went to video, was me and Alpha, and we would record it on Zoom, and then I would use Adobe Photoshop or Adobe whatever the video
Adobe Effects.
And I would use Adobe to edit it, and then I would post it on YouTube. And here we are now streaming live on Twitch and YouTube, multiple YouTubes. So how far we've come. All right.
And we've still got a lot to go too.
Yeah, true. We're just at the beginning of the runway. But we open the show as always with hot topics. Not like the show, but things like what is on the mind of pop culture fans today. And I would say it's dun 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 Punisher One Last Kill,
which I call shenanigans. That is a misleading title because there were a shit ton of kills.
Man,
I understand the reference, and I understand the arc, and it's supposed to be the Punisher who's the final kill.
Yes. But yeah,
Frank has other ideas.
And here's the thing about it is the show definitely gave me a moment at the very beginning.
Yeah,
because I will say this: it's very rarely, even with the bad guys, even with some of the bad guys, it's very
Yeah.
rarely that I see them on the screen and I go, "Oh my God, I hope the hero kills him. I
Yeah.
hope the hero just crushes him." But
Yeah.
that
Dude.
dude,
Yeah.
Mickey, that took that dude's dog,
No,
and
and took his cap, his
yeah, and
Marine, his cap. Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
that
and then tossed the dog. It's like bad enough he took the cap, and then he grabs the dog, just a little yap, white,
little yapper.
yappy mutt, and he's taking him dog, and it's a homeless veteran, and he's like, no, don't take my dog, don't take my dog, and
Yeah.
I'm like, he better not do anything to the dog. Oh fuck, he's going to do something to the dog, and he tosses it right in front of an oncoming garbage truck.
Oh my
I mean,
goodness.
that dude deserves to die in the most horrific way possible,
Oh,
right off the bat.
and I'm just like, oh, please, Lord, please let something
Yes.
bad happen to that man.
Yep. And something very bad did happen.
Yeah.
But I do like the fact that we do kind of see Frank living post revenge.
Yes.
Just trying to live a life and being unable to.
Right.
And the fact that everything is out of control in the neighborhood. There's, muggings.
Like literally in broad daylight in the middle of the street.
Frank's just passing by. There's looting going on. We see NYPD, a prowler, roll up to the scene of a disturbance, and then somebody tosses a bottle at them, and NYPD nopes back out.
Yep. And it was just insanity. And Frank's just kind of there.
Right. And
Like
and we hear in the background about the death of the last mob family, the Nucci's.
The Nucci's, yeah.
And that all the violence in Little Sicily is being blamed on the fact that the Nucci's, there's nobody in control. There's ultimately nobody in control.
To me, it's shown in movies like The Godfather and stuff like that. But it's funny to me, the duality of the mob, like in the thing of the mob is that they run everything, and are they shady as fuck? Yes, but are they down to protect their neighborhood and make sure that like every person, not just the people that are with them, but the people that are from the neighborhood are taken care of, like and are looked out for. Like there's a level of honor that goes with it.
Yeah, and same with the Yakuza. It's pretty much every organized crime family organization, whatever you want to call them, is that
they're not gangs, they're organized crime families.
Right. Yeah. They let just enough of the minor stuff slide so long as they get a cut. But when it starts getting out of hand, they drop the hammer on it.
When you get a little too big for your britches, as they would say, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And so
then the recurring dad that owns the donut shop.
I forget the guy that played him. Oh my God. But he's a great actor.
Yeah. And Frank's just going to the donut shop with wanting to get a cup of coffee, and crackhead is acting up inside the shop.
that scene was hilarious.
Yeah.
He was like, okay, that's it. First, he tried to be as peaceful as possible.
Exactly.
Like, just stand over here. And then dude started slamming. He's like, all right, you got to go. Like, get out. Get on, go.
And then the guy starts getting more violent.
Yep.
And Frank has to step in.
Yep. And it was a like I said, it was funny because the little girl is in the back of the shop, and she's the one that kind of recognizes Frank. Like she's the one that kind of spins around and looks at the TV and then sees him standing there in line. And like that little girl.
Yeah, I'm looking on IMDb right now. Andre Royo.
Yeah, Andre Royo. he's played in tons. Like if I showed you his face, like people like
Yeah.
you would get it. Like he's been in everything.
He's a black that guy.
Huh?
He's a black that guy.
Yeah, pretty much. Like
Yeah.
I always go back to my favorite reference when I talk about like people playing a lot of different roles, but sometimes like kind of a similar role every time is the guy from Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
The guy that played Hector. Like he's like almost every role, not every role, but like at one point, like almost every role on his thing was him playing a Mexican dude named Hector.
Right.
Like it's like, but get in where you can fit in Hollywood, right?
Right.
Like you, that's how you make money.
Yeah. But yeah, so Frank does that. He's kind of walking around and he notices that there's a black luxury car that's kind of following him.
Yeah.
And what the hell is that? But then they always drive off. And Frank's just living his life. He's locked away his guns in a wall safe. He left the key at his daughter's grave in there. And we get great flashbacks to Frank's family life. We get great glimpses of him just being he's the dude next door in the project.
Right. He's just being a dad.
Just being a guy. Yeah. Well, in the modern, he's the guy. He's the hermit in the project. I mean, literally his next door neighbor, when she's getting her kid out for school, he's coming out to go get his coffee and she looks at him and, I guess he does come out every so often.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we find out that the Black Mobmobile is actually contains one Isabella Nucci.
Manucci.
Manucci. And she is played amazingly. Who do you think played her? Or do you know?
No, I don't know.
Judith Light.
Really? Like
Angela from Who's the Boss?
And from Law and Order SVU.
Yeah.
I think her name was she was the judge on
Yeah.
Law and Order SVU. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. She's in a wheelchair like that?
No, well, she was acting. But
okay. She did a really good job. I was like, wow.
Yeah, she did a tremendous job going against type. And she's been going into these dramatic villain roles recently. Not just Manucci, but second season of Kite Man. Hell yeah. She voices a character named Helen Villigan, who basically is kind of like corporate villainy, and her company is the brand name of villainy.
Yeah,
literally. So and so she's got that diabolical attitude to her while still being comedic. But yeah, Judith Light just plays the hell out of that role, and we find out
my girl
that
right there.
We find out that she wants Frank dead because we see in a montage,
I love that.
Saying,
she literally gave you a setup.
I lost all of my family. All of my family was taken away from me, just like yours was.
Yep, and she lists off how he did like
her husband, every single member of the family.
Yep.
In there.
That was a great scene too.
Yeah, and
who's the big black guy walking behind her though?
Oh,
he had me dying.
Yeah, that was her bodyguard.
Because he was pacing behind her like a pit bull waiting to be given the order to attack.
Yeah, I think that was his name was Barry, played by Jamal Lloyd Johnson. Yeah, dude was, he looked like he could go a couple rounds with Frank legit.
Yeah, 100%. Would love to see a battle. Maybe in Spider-Man: Brand New Day.
Yeah,
since now we know what Frank is going to be doing in that movie. We'll get to that in a little bit.
Oh, and by the
Um,
way, as Frank's walking around, he's
uh,
having hallucinations.
oh yeah,
Yeah, he's
of other
hallucinating
people.
of his other people, of his boy Curtis, who's trying to tell him, what's your mission now, Marine?
Yeah.
What you going to do now?
Yep.
And all of that. But
Oh.
yeah, but Ma Nucci basically says that she put a little bounty on Frank's head, and
Yep.
at the same time that Frank killed her youngest son, her beloved youngest son, who was
A thinker. He was a thinker. He
he
wasn't
was
a
a
fighter.
yep, he was a thinker and probably a regular visitor to Epstein Island. Let's just put it at that, based on
Oh
her
yes.
saying based on her saying that all the lies that were spread against him.
Yes.
But yeah, 647, she's releasing Frank's exact location, his apartment.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah,
that was the part of her diatribe that I missed. I
yeah,
stepped out the room for a split second and I came back and I was like, what the fuck? And
yeah,
yeah, like, yeah, because the next part is what I was what the fucking about. And that was the bloodbath
yeah.
that was about to
The
happen.
yeah, as every single ganger, it's not the mercs who know better than to try
Mm-hmm.
to mess with Frank. It's all the gangers like, what? I'm going to get $1 million for Captain the Punisher? Fuck yeah, let's go!
And I mean, here's the thing about it.
It's like it's the MCU's version of the Raid.
Yes, everybody knows you don't with Frank Castle. That is crazy, and 90% chance, no matter what situation you put him in,
Yeah.
whoever you send is coming out dead. Whoever hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Good. What's up, Wood? Happy Sunday to you as well, sir.
Hey, how you doing, Wood?
But you know, like
Yeah.
everybody knows, like you send people for Frank and the watching him eliminate each
Well,
individual
even
gangbanger on, yeah,
even before that, how he just goes to his apartment like a wounded animal. He's just all set to die. He's
yeah,
accepted it. He's ready to go. Um, you know, and we also get a cameo from Deborah Ann Woll as Karen Page, where
yeah,
he's now hallucinating of her, and she's trying to snap him into shape, into getting his shit together.
yeah.
And Frank's just sitting down, and then the gangs get too full of themselves, and they
Yeah.
start breaking into everyone's
They start
apartment
going nuts. Yep,
and start going nuts. And
everyone.
that's the point where Frank kind of stands up, and he's getting you can see the Hulkamania building up inside of him. And then
Here's
dude throws a Molotov cocktail at Frank's door. We see the gasoline coming under the floor, hear the flick of a Zippo, and then flames ignite and they start creeping up Frank's leg. And then he lets out that angered bear roar.
ah!
Yeah, that it doesn't quite work for me, but I
Yeah,
understand what they're trying to do.
yeah.
And he just busts through. Hey,
Uh,
Kool-Aid's right through the door into the guy, legs on fire,
yep.
and starts taking names in
Oh,
there. His
starts
guns are
taking
still open.
lives.
Starts taking, yeah, he is taking lives without anything. And
Like
then, yeah, and
every
then,
gangbanger got
yeah,
some.
one of the gangbangers had a K-bar, and Frank's like, my weapon specialization, boom, and starts doing that. He's picking up his guns from the dead bodies like you do.
Frank was
Runs
straight
out
up in a
first person
battlefield
shooter.
video
Yeah,
game. Yeah, yeah, first
yeah,
person shooter. It's,
yeah. It's like runs out of ammo on the AK. Oh well, there's a body that I just killed. Hey, AK clip. And keeps going.
oh
Short,
man.
controlled 3-round bursts or
Yep.
single shots all the way
Oh,
through. I mean, there was probably about like 24 fools he capped that way. just going through, and that's not even counting the hand-to-hand combat.
Oh, you know who I want to know who it was when he falls off the top of the tower onto the scaffolding and then falls off the scaffolding onto the bus. Oh, that just looked brutal. But when he gets up,
we get the Frank Miller, superhuman human character.
Right. Yeah. Oh, well, but I want to know
the Batman armor.
Yeah, I want to know who the dude in the chauffeur hat and chauffeur suit that was beating the holy out of every gangbanger that came near him. I know he was Manucci's driver, but who is that dude? Because he was laying fools down. Like big time. He was laying fools down. And I was just like, oh snap, is he about to fight Frank? And then Frank just walked on by and I was just like, but dang, I want to see that fight if he does fight Frank.
we got every single gang stereotype you can think of.
Oh yeah,
in there, including the BMX riders.
Yeah.
The dirt bike riders getting in on it, and Frank, he's about to go. Manucci, she's watching the chaos. She sees that Frank has somehow survived this, and so she's about to drive off. Frank takes a baseball bat and clotheslines a BMX rider, gets onto the bike. Literally.
Yeah, literally. Wow.
Yeah. And takes the bike. He's going to go after her, and then he notices that the donut shop is getting invaded, and he hears the screams of the little girl.
Yeah.
And that's when Frank goes to work in there and starts taking aim while the girl is just kind of huddled and trying to Dad's like, don't look, baby, don't look.
Oh no, that wasn't Dad, that was Mom. Dad was still outside getting up.
That was Mom.
His dad, because they had jumped Dad. He had held him off for a little bit.
He's doing his best, but they just had
that was what kind of triggered Frank, is he was standing there and he was looking at Manucci and he was like, and then he saw him all of a sudden get swarmed and dude go down and he was like, fuck. And then he grabs the pistol and bah, 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 3 shots.
Yep. All three of them single headshots. Yep. Going in. More gangs start swarming in. He takes them down. Bloody. Has a big fight with the huge bald Aryan.
Yes. That one got me because Frank beat his ass by stabbing him in every major muscle with a fucking pin. Like Frank just picked up like the pin that the dude used
for taking orders. Yeah.
Yes, for dude to take orders, and he took it and to the
neck, to the shoulder, to biceps,
in the forearm.
Yeah, I'm like, damn.
Oh man.
And that was just brutal in there.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is what is called pent up rage.
Yes.
Like Frank's been holding that in for a while, and unfortunately, that dude felt it. I'll say, but
but Donut family gets evacuated out of there. The girl runs back into the shop and brings out a little cloth heart that she had been working on throughout, in the intersperses of the intercuts of the show, and she hands it. This is for you. And she hugs his leg and then goes off with her family.
Yeah.
And
give him that love. That was beautiful.
Yeah. And that's where everything ends. Which kind of makes go ahead.
Well, no, because after doesn't he go to his daughter's grave after that?
Oh yeah. He goes to his daughter's grave, cleans up cleans up the graves of his family.
Yeah.
And takes the key to go get his guns back from the apartment. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, Frank has one last kill to do for the vengeance tour, and that's Manucci. But he's now the vigilante purpose now. It's not just all about getting back at the people who are ultimately responsible for his family getting killed.
Right.
He's
gotten all of it.
he's now in full on vigilante mode.
For sure. And
That's where
rightfully so. Like, cause
yeah,
you got to cut the head off the snake. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? If you kill the person that's offering the bounty on your head, then who's going to pay the bounty? But let's see. All right, so the last scene is what me and Dave were talking about earlier when we talked about karma, that lovely bitch that she can be sometimes. The young man who snatched the cat. Frank. They show Frank. You see Frank coming out. They kind of start
and
at his
the guy
feet.
goes back. The guy goes back to the vet.
Yeah.
Has and is starting to beat on the vet now, and is taking got him up against a pole.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden you hear a gunshot.
Yeah.
And dude turns around and his boys are down. And there's Frank with the armor and the skull symbol. He's got it back.
And he then confronts the guy.
Yep.
And takes the veteran's hat back for him.
Right.
And gives it to him, and the vet says to him, he took more than that from me.
Yeah.
As the guy starts running away, to which Frank
he doesn't even use a gun. He just flips that K-bar out right into the dude's upper back, right spine, right there. And dude falls. And then Frank just walks over leisurely as you want. And then puts a cap in the guy.
Wow. And there's your last scene.
Yep.
Leading us into where Frank will begin in his hunt for Manucci in Brand New Day. So yeah, man. Like I was thoroughly impressed with the layout. The pacing of it kind of threw me off because as slow as it started out, it went from like 0 to 60 in a matter of like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, and I understand that pacing, but it was just weird for me because the like I said, the beginning, like almost 30 minutes of the show is all very slow paced.
Yeah. And I know that when we do these reviews, we pretty much tell everything because I mean we're not professional reviewers. We can't. We don't really have the ability to summarize.
Right.
But this is something like that final hall fight scene in Daredevil. Yes. This is something you have to see to believe.
Yes.
Because words do not do any of it justice.
Amen to that. I can second that.
No matter how much we spoil it.
Yeah.
You guys will just absolutely be slack-jawed watching.
Oh yeah. Right. And it inspires. Here's the thing about it is, and I understand this, and this is just a quick quip from me, is that I understand that the Punisher's not supposed to be a likable character. In reality.
Yeah, he's not.
Like he's not.
You're supposed to empathize with him rather than like him.
Right. You're supposed to basically understand where he's coming from, which I do.
Yeah.
But damn it, Marvel, you've made the Punisher into a likable character.
Yeah.
Like the reality of it is there for me. Is that I fully 100% like love the when Frank was getting, like when Frank's going through and he's killing these gangsters.
Right.
When I'm rooting for him. Oh, why y'all stupid? Why y'all coming after Frank?
And I think that's one of the real triumphs of the entire MCU.
Yeah.
In that they regularly turn people, protagonists and antagonists that you are not supposed to like, into characters that you can empathize with.
100%.
Normally,
I empathize with Thanos.
Yeah. Normally it's like, they did fantastic. Fox did a great job with Magneto in the X-Men film.
Yes.
You understand Magneto's points in there. But for like the Kingpin to, it got you going, guy makes some valid points here.
Yeah.
like that, and Punisher, where it's all about Punisher is just straight up 80s action, anti-gang action. It's the stereotype of the warriors with the gangs totally out of control, running rampant in the city. It plays on the fears of certain segments of urban population centers in there without really addressing the realities that other segments of the same urban population have to deal with. It plays on that. He's not a hero. He's just a dude that's very broken, and
very good.
Just like Batman. All of this could be solved with some pretty intense mental health therapy. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And I do credit a lot of the writers of the Punisher throughout the years for delving into the very real effect of PTSD in veterans and civilians.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're not supposed to prove of the Punisher. It's supposed to be our catharsis.
Right.
It's like, yeah, dude, there's people that I think need to be unalived, and boy, I wish I had those skills, and I would unalive them in a heartbeat.
I'll say it like this. It kind of reminds me, not the comic book version, but this particular on-screen version. If you've ever seen the movie, oh my God, I can picture him. The guy, he's sitting in the car, he's stuck in traffic, and
Falling Down.
He snaps, Falling Down. That was the name of the movie.
Right.
And if you've ever seen that movie, that's what the Punisher reminds me of. That guy did unthinkable things throughout that day, but you kind of understood why he was at his breaking point and why he snapped.
Right. And also, also like Punisher and like the Batman, he blames others for a situation that he has complete control over. Right. Not so much Batman, because let's face it, what's an 8-year-old kid going to do against a dude with a gun?
Right. Somebody got off his pants.
Yeah. But you're not responsible for the things that happen to you. You are responsible for your reaction to those things.
Action. Yep.
Yeah, in there. And we find out that, like in Falling Down, we find out that, things are not as simple as Michael Douglas's character wants to pretend that they are.
Yes.
Which deals with psychosis in the comics in the past year or two. So in the comics, the Punisher is now the leader of the Hand, the ninja. Because no. They bring him in by resurrecting his family. They bring his family back from the dead to bring the Punisher in to lead them. And there is this absolutely epic scene where Frank and his wife are talking, and his wife says that she's taking the kids and leaving him because that gunfight didn't take the family away. Frank took the family away from him a long time before that gunfight happened.
Wow.
I mean, bravo for that bit of writing where you find out that your entire crusade is built on a lie that you told yourself in there. And that's
insane. All right.
It is. So
we're gonna have to go ahead. You go ahead. We're gonna have to go ahead and wrap it up there. And wow, that sits heavy on me there. But hopefully this will bring a smile to y'all face. Let's slide into So let's rock with our first subject up in Pop Culture Corner. This is brought to us by the one and only Room Squire. Avengers Secret Wars seeking. Oh, no, this was the one I found, huh?
Yeah.
Seeking extras to play enhanced beings as new rumor points to Venom's MCU debut.
Yeah.
Well, it seems that it's scheduled to begin shooting later this summer. And while it's expected to primarily take place in the UK, the US casting agency is currently seeking extras for the 2027 blockbuster.
Yeah. And it doesn't say specific enhanced beings or any casting types, because when casting calls go out, they're looking for XXXXX for a physical type to play, but it's still a lot of speculation on what Secret Wars is going to be, because
It's going to be okay.
There's been multiple versions of Secret Wars. There's the classic original with the Beyonder grabbing heroes and villains to fight, just kind of understand good versus evil trope. Then I think it's more going to be the later Secret Wars, because that has to deal with reality incursions, which is what the MCU is building up to with all this, where multiple realities are kind of colliding into each other, and only one reality survives.
Okay, kind of. Well, then they kind of already set that up with Doctor Strange.
Yeah, exactly. So, we will see. Like I said, it could be a mix of both. Okay. We don't know in there. The thing that I like is that this could bring in a lot of. One, it's how they're going to mesh in the Fantastic Four, the Kirby Fantastic Four universe from First Flight. They're going to mix that in. They're going to bring in the Fox Marvel universe for the Mutantverse in that.
Okay.
Sony, who knows? They're still yes, we can make money off of doing films about these D-list characters that got tossed in with the IP deal that nobody cares about. But there's rumors that we are going to see Scorpion. Okay. Well, from Brand New Day. It's already confirmed that we're getting Scorpion Brand New Day, which that can actually be some of the effects of the incursion, where we're getting a little bit of bleed over from the Sonyverse into
random, like we did with basically like what happened in No Way Home.
Right. Yeah. So
like
we had
just kind of randomly bled over. And,
but we could get we could get Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider back.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, I'm still a bigger fan of Robbie Reyes, but I wouldn't mind seeing Nicolas Cage either.
But all the one shot and just the lesser Fox films that got made and other studios that got made, they could all bleed in. We still don't know what's going on. We still don't, for Spider-Man Brand New Day, we still don't know what Sadie Sink's role is. Everyone's assuming that she's going to be Jean Grey, but if we're getting incursions, she could be Gwen Stacy.
Yeah,
she could be Ghost Spider. Yeah,
could be anybody.
Yeah, plenty of them. But yeah, getting back to Secret Wars, we're all building on speculation, and it's fun. It's great, but we just need to be flexible enough to say, okay, that didn't go how I thought it was going to go. It's still cool, but let's not get upset that my fan speculation was not mentally picked up by Kevin Feige written into the script.
I can only project my brain so far. No.
Right.
Anyway.
And also we could be all the characters that we got from Wolverine and Deadpool. We could get another Wesley Snipes Blade appearance.
Yeah.
In
We
there.
could get that. Another
Channing Tatum as
Elektra.
Gambit. Yeah.
Maybe they finally seal the deal and bring back Ben Affleck as Daredevil. It
No.
hurts me to say that.
No.
I don't want to see that.
No.
I don't want to see that. But
No.
it's a possibility, unfortunately. But yeah. All right. So next up is something I believe this was brought to us by you, but that is that Fallout will be
season
adding
3
a Breaking Bad cast member for season 3. And that is the one and only Aaron Paul. So how are you feeling about this? Do we even know what his role is going to be?
We don't know. I'm all in on it. Whatever. I mean, Aaron Paul is a great actor, just in general. He's a fun actor in general. Let's see. Just
what
looking.
else has he been in other than whatchamacallit?
Need for Speed.
Okay, I remember that one. I believe he was in that one with Rami Malek, right?
Possibly, yeah.
Mr. Robot.
Yeah, he was in HBO's Westworld, which Westworld we're talking about. There's talk about a remake of the original film.
Nice.
Yeah, possibly they may tie in with the abortion or the aborted, canceled, shortened final season of Westworld to answer questions that didn't get answered. Yep, there's no mention of what character he may play. Just in my Fallout social media feeds, there's jokes that Aaron Paul is going to be playing Piper from Fallout 4.
Okay.
The gutsy investigative journalist who's a girl. So yeah, it's just kind of it's a joke thing in there. For whatever reason, it's kind of like yeah, whatever. Yeah, we'll see. There's other characters that have been announced that have been speculated that I don't think of. I think one of them is Chester, and I can't remember who he is in the Fallout universe. Mostly it's going to be like for Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, because that's where they're kind of heading towards to get Cooper's family back, as we hear, kind of figure it out at the end.
Is New Vegas?
Yeah, well, that's the generalized area, because Fallout 3 is primarily New California Republic, and then they get New Vegas territory. But let's see. But we have some confirms on MDB again. Excuse me for a sec. So we also got some recurring characters up to series regulars for season 3, and let's see. So Stephanie Harper, Annabelle O'Hagan, Stephanie Harper, the Vault, the Dirty Canadian who infiltrated and is actually part of the Enclave. She's been moved up to a series regular, so we're going to get more of her. And Dave Register, who played her proposed bridegroom, Chet, is also a series regular. So we're going to get more of that drama going on.
All right. That's going to be for season 3, right?
Season 3, yep. They are now going to be regulars through season 3.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll move it a little bit forward. We got a couple more stories here. The next one up is move aside, Dark Avengers. The MCU is reportedly creating a twisted new supervillain team. So this is just an article that was from Yahoo Entertainment. Juan Diego Arolia Werdum reports that a new version of the Thunderbolts is reportedly coming to the MCU after the events of, according to Alex Perez, Avengers will witness, audiences will witness a new version of the Thunderbolts after the Avengers Secret Wars, because at that point, the current Thunderbolts will become the new Avengers. Yeah. And it will, but he said he already revealed in the same quote 2 of the members who will be part, which is Wilson Bethel's Bullseye and a new version of Taskmaster that will use the equipment left behind after the death of Antonio Dreykov.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Let's see. Yeah. So the article goes on. It makes a very valid point that the after the events of the movie, the Thunderbolts, that team is just a little bit too public facing for the needs of Valentina Allegra de Fontaine.
Yes.
She wants a Shadow Ops team.
Right. So they got to give her somebody.
Yeah. Right. So I think it's kind of cool that the old MCU Thunderbolts team is now going on a redemption arc.
Right.
Or a relevance arc.
Because they all deserve it.
Yeah, they all deserve it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But what Valentina's got cooked up is going to be more of the classic Thunderbolts.
Okay.
Which in the comics, the Thunderbolts just appeared as these unknown heroes just appearing to pick up the slack that the lack of the Avengers had. The Avengers were missing and disbanded at the time. So they picked up the slack that was left behind, and led by an old World War II hero named Citizen V, who was a legit Captain America ally.
Okay.
But then we get the twist in the comics that these are actually all enemies of the Avengers, masquerading as heroes. You got Mach 5, who's an armored hero, who turns out to be the Beetle, the classic Spider-Man villain. Okay. Citizen V turns out to be Baron Heinrich Zero himself, or Zemo, the classic, one of the Captain America's classic foes. And this was just a attempt to infiltrate this team into the public eye and eventually undermine public confidence and destroy the Avengers and prevent them from, nobody needs the Avengers. We've got the Thunderbolts. Yeah. But the problem is that all these villains, aside from Zemo, they liked getting the public adulation. They liked being on the hero side for once.
Okay.
And so they eventually go hero, legit hero.
The full turn, yeah.
Yeah, under Hawkeye. Hawkeye starts leading them, and they become a legit hero team. That doesn't replace the Avengers, but kind of supplements and acts with the Avengers.
There you go.
And then you have the fallout of Civil War, where in the comics, where Norman Osborn becomes president and creates his own Dark Avengers team.
Okay.
Which was legitimately evil guys as Avengers that had to be shown what's what by the real Avengers once Civil War kind of simmered down and Cap and Tony were on speaking terms again.
My goodness.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Dude. Yeah, Norman Osborn in Civil War was an absolute baller. He takes over S.H.I.E.L.D. He's the president of the U.S.
Norman Osborn got him all. Got
he
himself put on.
He made Tony Stark Secretary of Defense.
Oh my goodness.
And also Norman Osborn went in. He took the War Machine armor, rechristened it U.S. Patriot or or Patriot armor or something like that, and he's the one wearing it. He's going in to battle with the War Machine armor.
He's like, look, give me this.
Yeah, Rhodey, Rhodey, you're now you're Air Force Reserve. You're now riding a desk.
Put Rhodey on a desk and took over the armor himself.
Civil War, lots of great stuff happening in there. That some stuff I don't really like, but some stuff I'm glad that the MCU went with Civil War the way that they did. It felt there was way too much comics history in the comics Civil War to encapsulate for the MCU. Yeah, right. Exactly.
All right, so get out there and read it. Marvel Unlimited. This is not a promo. This is just an endorsement.
Nope.
No.
And also, the original Punisher One Last Kill story arc is on Marvel Unlimited also. And
there you go.
Ma Nucci in there. She doesn't just want revenge on Frank for killing off her family. She wants revenge on Frank because she confronted Frank at the Brooklyn Zoo, Central Park Zoo. Frank tossed her in the polar bear pen. So Ma Nucci in the comics is literally missing all 4 limbs and is really scarred. And that's why she sets the bounty on Frank to get her revenge.
Dang.
In addition to killing her family. But
well, I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad they went with a much more subtle story.
And if you don't have Marvel Unlimited, plenty of comic books on Kindle. If you've got the Kindle app going through there, including a lot of trade paperbacks on Kindle Unlimited, so you can just check it out, return it. Yeah.
There you go. All right, so ta-da! The last story of the day for Pop Culture Corner. Sam Raimi. This was the dropped to us last night by Mr. Runeskrier there. That Sam Raimi to direct remake of Anthony Hopkins' 48-year-old horror cult classic. What movie is this, sir?
Well, buckle up, Gen Xers, because Sam Raimi is remaking a little horror film that may have formed certain fears in all of us, called Magic. The film where Anthony Hopkins plays a disturbed ventriloquist who gets commands from his dummy.
Oh my God.
This, along with Poltergeist, and you know what I'm talking there.
Yeah.
This is the reason why so many of us in Gen X have fears of ventriloquist dummies and find them completely creepy.
So
yeah. And so the thing about Magic is that you're never really sure if the commands are all in Anthony Hopkins' head or if the dummy really is possessed and giving him commands.
Wow. Hey, if it's done well enough,
And in the hands of Sam Raimi, oh yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
And I expect that doll to be funny as hell. Anyway.
It's going to be creepy as hell. Yep. The remake's being described as a modern take on the story, which is derived from an original 1976 novel by William Goldman, who brought us The Princess Bride, surprisingly.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah. It's going to be by Lionsgate. Um, duh, 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 duh.
It's going to be an
Yeah.
interesting watch,
Um,
regardless.
yep.
I know it's going to be
Remake is
good.
written by Mark Swift and Damian Shannon, who also brought us the 2009 reboot of Friday the 13th. Also, Freddy versus Jason.
Yes,
Uh,
love that movie.
uh, and do, 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 do. Yep, that's gonna be. Yeah. So for those of you who need a recap, in Magic, Hopkins plays Corky Withers, a struggling performer whose act finally becomes a success after he starts working with a foul-mouthed ventriloquist dummy named Fats. So, and we're not talking Jeff Dunham, foul mouth.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
love me some Jeff Dunham.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
all right.
While his fame grows, Corky's mental state declines, and he begins acting like Fats truly has a mind of his own. Um, Desperate to keep his mental instability private, Corky hides out his hometown where he reconnects with a former crush. But the dependency on Fats worsen um, as he starts getting killer commands from the dummy. Yep.
Yeah, when the dummy was telling you to be nice to her, and the dummy was
Yeah.
telling you, to help her get up, like that was
Yeah.
cool. But once the dummy started telling you to slit her, to
Yeah.
unalive her, then yeah, that's not cool.
The
But
leprechaun tells me to burn things.
well, all
It's
right,
all you
y'all. We're
need to
gonna
know about Ralph Wiggums from The Simpsons.
before we move on and finish up with this, I just wanted to give a shout out to one thing. I just recently discovered, and I know this is just way off of what we normally talk about, but for those of you who grew up in my generation and so on and so forth, like Dave Cart, there was a show that used to come on featuring Ben Savage, who was the little brother of an actor by the name
Oh,
of
Fred
Fred
Savage
Savage, who
from The
was in the
Wonderland. Yeah.
show from in a show called The Wonder Years. And I actually grew up watching when I was a little kid. But I did watch Boy Meets World throughout the entire run and loved the show and would rewatch it every few years or so just for the fun of it. And was rewatching it. It kind of skipped over Girl Meets World. I was just like, yeah, that's for more. I'm in my 30s now. Like that's for more of the younger generation. Like, so on and so forth. Well, I found a couple of things out about kind of what they did with the show and how they kind of integrated a lot of the original characters from the original Boy Meets World into the new show. And I decided to try to give it a watch. I watched a couple episodes and it made me laugh. It kind of gave me the same warm feelings that watching Boy Meets World did. And only thing that I can genuinely say, and I told my daughter this the other day, that I don't like about the show is the theme song. And that's just because the theme song is a Disney theme song. And if you were alive during the early 2000s and the Drake and Josh and all of them had this like Disney-fied theme song.
Yeah.
And so like it was just a Disney-fied theme song, and it was like, all right, yeah, I can do without. I don't watch the intro, but the shows themselves, and Danielle Fishel is gorgeous as hell as usual, as Topanga, but they literally bring back just about everybody from Boy Meets World in their original role. Even so far down as they bring back there was like 3 or 4 episode arc where they had this little kid named Tommy that was like best friends with the big brother Eric. Mm-hmm. And they literally bring back his character played by the same actor to Girl Meets World for them to reunite, the characters to reunite on the show. So yeah, it's a very well done series. I'm only about halfway through season 1 right now, but my daughter said it was pretty good as well. So just a recommendation. If you liked Boy Meets World, check out Girl Meets World. And the only reason I mentioned the Wonder Years is because I just wanted to mention Fred Savage. Like, I love that dude. Anyway, all right. So coming up after the break will be SmackDown, Allie, and Tech Tinker's favorite part of the show, video game talk.
Yeah.
So
By the
be sure
way,
to
I'll mention it, but thanks to Tech for tapping in on Friday night to my live stream, being up that
Nice.
late and keeping me entertained while I was going through Horizon.
Nice. For those of you who missed it, like check out his stream from last night and also my stream from last night, or his stream from this morning and my stream from last night.
Yeah.
As I'm working my way through Final Fantasy 3
Yeah.
without a strategy guide.
I'll have some Final Fantasy stuff talking about a little later in video games. But yes, let's take the break and then we'll get into SmackDown.
All right. We out. Peace.
We back at it. Yep, we still doing it. Poetic beats. First GenXers. Gia. Let's get it, y'all. Come on. We back in the building. It's been a long time cooking in the soup kitchen. And I'm chilling with the same. Dropping these beats, won't stop, nope, I can't. Let me get up in the lab, turn it up. Game on with the first GenXers. What's up? Let's flip on the Switch or the Xbox and get up in my zone, I'm clowning. Let me clear my throat for a minute. Shout out to my folks while I'm in it. It ain't nothing but love, it's babe business. I really don't know what's so who ain't feeling this. And this is only the beginning. Now versus then, this is something for the chillin'. Poetic got the joints like McDonald's. I'm loving it. It's the first gen. We're now rocking with Poetic Beats. This is the first GenXers production. Get your PlayStations out. Get your Xbox out. Get your Switch out. Let's get it in, y'all. Holla back.
Got to keep it. You got to keep it lovely. You got to keep it. You got to keep it lovely. Success comes right after the struggle. I ain't even giving up on whatever I wanted. The tragedies I've seen, I can't even stomach. Most of y'all weak as shit and would've started running. Every time I make it back to the crib, I'm thankful the Most High let me see all of it. Grateful I'm lovely, and I'm being real with this. Please don't judge me. I'ma stay on my shit. I'ma keep a grind mode.
Adam's family like dynamic between Pugsley and Wednesday. Like,
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
Well, I always temper this because I think
I did not like the receiving caution tagline.
I've also seen what Chase Center looks like when the Valkyries are fucking playing, so fuck all of you. Because Chase Center is packed no matter what's going on.
muted. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Sorry, we're waiting for Mr. Dave to get back here as we put back together the studio and get you guys set up for the second half, which will open up with a little bit of SmackDown Alley. And we will have some fun talking some wrestling. Hopefully, Mr. Dave will make it back sooner than later. Let's go into the intro first. All right. So we're going to open up our talk with a little bit about, that's right, Monday Night Raw from this week. Monday Night Raw, which had a lot of ups and downs, perpetuated the bloodline storyline between Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns, as well as lit up another couple of feuds, like ones between Javon Evans and Rusev, Penta and Ethan Page over the IC title. These matches were some of the highlights of the show, but we're going to kick off talking about. Welcome back, sir.
Yeah, had to do a little bit of stuff because literally as soon as we are done with the podcast, I got to run out the door.
Oh, right on.
Do an errand with the wife.
Oh, I feel you. Right on, right on. All right, so first matchup is Vision versus Street Profits versus Joe Hendry. It didn't start out like that. I believe it actually started out as just the Vision versus the Street Profits.
Right.
And then Joe Hendry came out singing his Fire Logan Paul song and enraged Logan Paul, and then Adam Pearce came out and made it a 6-man tag match.
Yeah.
With the Street Profits and Joe Hendry taking on Braun Breaker and the Vision, or Austin Theory and Logan Paul, who is crashing the fuck out over this Fire Logan Paul song. At least on camera, he is like crashing completely the fuck out.
Yep.
But it was a great match. I believe it was won by the Street Profits and Joe Hendry. It really says a lot about Joe Hendry that they're immediately sticking him in the middle of major feuds like this.
Yeah,
like high profile feuds that are like that.
Yep. But also, I believe Seth Rollins got himself involved.
Yes, he did. As he continues his vendetta with the Vision, even though the Street Profits, this did lead to a backstage segment in which Montez Ford continued to show his distrust for Seth Rollins. Yeah. I do think at the end of the day, they're probably going to end up having to work together. We're probably looking at a build to a minimum of 4-on-4 match between Seth, the Street Profits, and Joe Hendry taking on Braun, Austin Theory, and Logan Paul.
Yeah,
as the Vision. So, but we'll see how that goes down. There was also, this was the funny part. So they did the Open Challenge, and Obafemi comes out. He gives the introduction. The man is presented like a fucking monster. Looks amazing. Comes out, stands in the middle of the ring, announces that the Open Challenge begins now. Adam Pearce walks out. And no, I'm not about to tell you that Adam Pearce fought Obafemi. Adam Pearce walked out to tell Obafemi there was nobody back in the locker room to accept his challenge, that was willing to accept his challenge. So Oba gets pissed. Oba walks to the back. And unfortunately, the first people that Oba came across was Los Garza, who was sitting there hitting on a random group of females. Like they weren't any of the female wrestlers. It was just a random group of females. He proceeds to start slamming them around like like my buddy dolls. Okay. And then picks one of them, I believe is Angel Garza. Like picks him up, throws him over his shoulder, and then takes the other guy and just pushes him back and pushes him out to the ring, grabs him by the back of his neck, and just rolls him out while he has the other dude over his shoulder. And he walks by Adam Pearce, and Adam Pearce is like, and then even Los Garza's like, why are you letting him do this? And Adam Pearce is like, stop him. He, needless to say, gets them both in the ring, destroys them both, and I believe hits Hector. What's the other guy's name? He gets one of Los Garza in the fall from grace, and 1, 2, 3. It's academic. Obafemi looks strong again, but it was just the most hilarious thing to do.
Yeah.
Like nobody wants to fight you. Nobody wants to fight me. Okay, don't worry about it. I'll go get somebody.
Yeah, it's Angel Umberto.
Angel Umberto, yeah. But it's just hilarious, man. Like it was literally the laugh out loud scene you needed in the middle of Raw. Like all the intense, like you know what I'm saying, feuds that are going on throughout the whole thing and all that. And it was just it's kind of like R-Truth anytime he's seen on SmackDown. Like he's just that comedic break that you need sometimes in the middle of all the seriousness and the goofiness. That true comedic break. And that's what this was. This was just Obafemi showing the dude, like, I ain't never seen somebody force two people to fight him and they still lose. Like he just grabbed him and took him out to the ring. Anyway, all right. So that was Obafemi's open challenge. A match I wanted to just give an honorable mention to was Io Sky versus Sol Ruka.
Yep.
Because the match itself was amazing. Like definitely 100% two of the best that get into a ring. Sol Ruka, despite the fact that her wrestling career is only 4 years old.
Yeah.
She was a gymnast, you know, I believe an Olympic level gymnast as well, but definitely a college level gymnast before WWE snapped her up with the WWE ID program. And here she sits in the ring with basically the best female wrestler on the planet right now in Io Sky. Yep. And she looked like she belonged.
Yep.
So I believe Sky got the Io Sky got the victory. But the big story to come out of it, and this is why I wanted to talk about it, was right before she went out for the match, she shared an emotional moment with Asuka. As like it looks like Asuka's retiring, but I don't know because Asuka herself has not said anything specifically.
Yeah.
But it could be we could be seeing the last of the Empress of Tomorrow in not just in WWE but in wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, and she's been around for a while, so I can understand. Like she's one of them like 15, 20 year vets. Like like she wrestled for 5-10 years before she got to WWE, and she's been with WWE for 5-10 years. You know, so like she's getting towards it. She's getting a little long in the tooth, as they would say. You know, and so but that was an interesting story. If this is Asuka's farewell song, that match at Backlash was worth it.
Yeah.
Was worth it, you know, and it makes sense why they had her in that senpai position with Kairi Sane. I think the intention was to eventually have her and Kairi Sane face off as her final match, but since Kairi went back to Japan and recently got married, got married. Yeah, she got married to a guy that just recently came over from NXT or from New Japan to NXT.
Okay.
But anyway, so this was the second to last match, and it was a great match, very well done. Because Dominic decided to run his mouth, Dominic Mysterio was forced to defend the AAA Mega Championship against El Grande Americano Original. Not the new fake one.
Not their Grossa Americana.
Yeah. Did you see the Creed brothers have come back? As
Um,
Julio and I believe Julio and Hector, they wear masks too now. They're luchas too
okay,
now.
and they're back with Chad Gable as original
Yeah.
El Grande Americano as a counter to Rayo and Bravo, who we still do not know, being the sidekicks to Ludwig Kaiser, who
Right.
is
Well, actually, there's belief that it's Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate are Rio and Bravo, two former wrestlers that used to that
yeah.
very hard style.
I'm kind of surprised that they would relegate Pete Dunne to that.
You know what? You take whatever creative gives you,
What do they give you? Yeah,
and you make it work. But the thing about it is that those characters are so over in AAA, it's not even funny.
Yeah, I know.
Like in Mexico, they are so over.
Don't know why. It's
Yep.
Then again, I'm a mark for Sheamus and the War Raiders tying into my culture, but
hey,
they're not exactly parody. So
yeah, they're not. They took the role seriously. Like same thing with Chad Gable. He took the role seriously. He learned how to wrestle in lucha style, and then he learned some of the important rules of lucha. So like they did it justice. It's kind of like Logan Paul coming into the WWE. He did the work. He did the work to not go out there and embarrass himself. So as much as I may hate him as a person, as a wrestler, I respect him. Why? Because the guys in the back are starting to respect him because he's putting in the work. Same thing happened with The Miz.
Yeah.
I may hate, like I said, I may hate him as a person, but needless to say, Dominic Mysterio ended up retaining the belt against El Grande Americano because of the interference of the new El Grande Americano. So yeah, it was a fun match to watch. And what was really funny about it, and the one thing I'll talk about real quick is what was really funny about it is heading out to the ring is Dominic Mysterio and JD McDonough, and out of nowhere, Finn Balor just levels JD McDonough, like just straight up levels him into a one of the big things that carry like the stuff for the ring and stuff like that, and just lays him out and goes, looks like you're gonna have to go out there and defend your championship on your own tonight, huh?
Yeah.
Looks down to JD McDonough. Yep, looks like it. Like Finn Balor is becoming this complete comedy bit, just fucking with Judgment Day. I am loving every minute of it. Finn Balor, please stay this for a while. Like you were just hilarious.
So so Rey Mysterio, he's held the IC title, right? He just got it.
No, he doesn't.
No.
Penta has it.
Penta has it. Okay.
Penta still has it.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio still needs to get the IC title and also the AAA Mega Champion to complete the shelf before he retires. So I'm thinking that Dom's not going to lose the Mega Champion until Triple Mania.
Who is going? Oh, who is he defending it against?
I don't know. Hold on a second. Let me look that up. What we've got. Okay. And they haven't
announced?
I don't think, they haven't announced any cards.
Well, the one thing I know is happening at that event is the mask versus mask between the El Grande Americanos.
The Americanos, yeah. Okay.
So nothing's been announced so far.
Nope, not for AAA. That's going to be September. September 1st, or sorry, September 11th and September 13th.
Oh, you're talking about Triple Mania. Yeah, they haven't announced anything. They just made the announcement that it's going to be 2 nights recently.
Right.
That was the big announcement. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, not SummerSlam, but Triple Mania.
Well, SummerSlam's going to be 2 nights too, but Triple Mania
Right.
for the first time in 30-something years that it's existed is going to be 2
Yeah.
nights.
And
Now, here's the thing about it. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, and Triple Mania night 1 location has not been announced yet.
Right. They're waiting. It's probably going to be somewhere in the States, and then night two will be
in Mexico City.
In Mexico City. Well, I'll say here's the thing about it. I've already heard people kind of complaining about the 2-night events, and it's like, guys, understand this. It allows more people to witness the product.
Yeah,
that's the way I saw it. Like when people were like, oh, they turned WrestleMania into 2 nights. That shit sucks. Bro, did you watch the last WrestleMania before they went to 2 nights? The shit was damn near 12 hours long, it felt like. Like, I know the total show itself was close to 5 hours. These are these AEW fans. Nobody wants that much wrestling in one single night. Like I'm sorry. Like, I don't want to sit through a 5-hour show. Like, I went to WrestleMania, and it was a lot. When it was at Levi Stadium, we got there at like 2:30 in the afternoon, and we didn't leave till almost 7 o'clock. Trust me when I say the 2 nights, 3.5 hours per, like 3.5 to 4 hours per night, that's the sweet spot right there. I'm even down, like I said, I don't think they did it this year, but I think they're planning on doing it in future years. That the Royal Rumble is going to be 2 nights.
Yeah.
And I'm down for that, because then each Royal Rumble, the men and the women's, each gets its own night to highlight. You're not pushing through the women's earlier and then doing the men's later on in the night as the main event, or trying to switch watch. Each Royal Rumble has its own main event.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And so, like, I would love to see. I love the fact that WrestleMania is 2 nights. I love the fact that SummerSlam is 2 nights. I wouldn't mind Survivor Series being 2 nights.
Yeah, I mean, each of the PLEs going to 2 nights. That's probably going to be the next step. Probably next year. I would not be surprised if.
I don't know if we'll see. I don't know if they have the capacity. I don't know financially if it would be good to have every PLE. But your major 4, SummerSlam, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, for sure. Those 4, I am almost for sure will be 2 nights.
Yeah, I don't think that, like, I don't think Clash in Paris would go 2 nights.
Yeah, your average, monthly, pay-per-view, that's not going to be 2 nights. But unless they pair it with like a Saturday night's main event, where like you have Saturday night's main event on Saturday and then you have the PLE on Sunday. But they're really not doing PLEs on Sunday anymore. Like WrestleMania, the major 4, the only ones that really have Sunday nights would be the only ones that have Sunday nights. All the rest of the PLEs happen on Saturday.
Yeah.
So, but speaking of Clash in Paris, we kind of we can kind of jump. Oh, wait a minute, no. Last thing on Raw is the Bloodline main event segment. Jay tried to talk. Jacob finally came. Roman wanted Jacob in the ring so he could acknowledge him because he beat him. Jay tried to talk Jacob out of going out there and tried to talk him into like bonding the family and acknowledging Roman and like, let's put an end to this. And Jacob basically gave Jey Uso a headbutt for his trouble, and then proceeded to beat Jimmy's ass on the way to the ring, and then proceeded to jump in the ring. He started out beating the snap out of friggin' Roman Reigns for a little bit, and then Roman got the upper hand with a chair and beat the dog snot out of Jacob for a little bit, only for Jacob to eventually turn around and get the tongue and death grip on him again and finish Roman off, leaving Roman laying in the ring. Now, the funniest thing I ever saw was Roman was laying after Jacob put him through the announce table with a powerbomb. Roman was laying there. They had walked Jacob around the ring. He was walking away. Jacob busts out from the security guards, runs back around the ring, jumps up and does this and puts the tongue and death grip back on Roman Reigns. And it was the funniest thing. It was like a Superman tongue and death grip. Like, it was just hilarious to watch. But he hits him, and then the segment ends with them trying to get Roman back up on his feet. Roman's walking away, and he's up against the barricade, and basically Jacob spears him throws his body at Roman and tosses Roman through the barricade. Him and Roman through the barricade, and gets up, and the crowd goes wild. And Jacob stands in the ring with the World Heavyweight Championship while Roman lays out. So they are definitely doing a really good job of making Jacob Fatu look unpredictable, dangerous, and a threat to Roman Reigns.
Yep.
100%. They are yes.
Good. And a good comeback from Backlash.
Yes, very much so. Very much so. Even though, real quick, I'll touch on this. This was a funny little TikTok that somebody did. There's a scene at the end of Raw where Jacob is licking the World Heavyweight Championship, right? And somebody does it where they cut in that scene and it's them, like it's Jacob, and he's licking it, and then he goes, and he pulls out hair out his mouth, and he thinks back. And it's a picture of after CM Punk won the World Heavyweight Championship, and he had it around his waist, like in the bathroom area, like he snapped a picture. And he's like, "Oh God!" I'm like, man, why'd y'all have to go there? Why'd y'all have to go there? But that's TikTok, y'all. I'm not on it much, but that's TikTok. All right. So now we move on to Friday Night SmackDown. Let's see. Give me 1 second, Dave. You have the lineup in front of you. Just kind of give a brief overview of the matches real quick for me, and I got to run to the restroom. It's building.
Yeah. Okay. So, oops, that's pop culture news. There we go. Have to do this huge link because Dark Lord is unaware of the existence of Tiny URL. All right. So, match results. We had Gunther versus Royce Keys. Royce Keys. All I gotta say is AP Dub. For those of you who did not grow up in the Bay Area or were not part of the Bay Area wrestling scene, All Pro Wrestling was the indie circuit for the San Francisco Bay Area for many, many years. Friend of the show, Jamil Hemphill, proud member of AP Dub, and Royce Keys was a part of that also.
I believe he actually trained for a little bit, not a lot of his training, but he did a little bit of his training with Mr. Hemphill as well.
Yeah. But Gunther wins by pinfall, getting him the #1 contendership. And
now, just to set this up, I thank you for setting up the match. Just to set this up a little bit, the SmackDown actually started, but about middle way through SmackDown, Cody Rhodes comes out to the ring with the contract for him and Gunther to face each other at Clash in Italy, and he comes out. Cody literally
Clash in Italy. Clash in Italy. That's a new thing.
Yeah, it's not Clash in Paris this year. It's Clash in Italy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Clash in Italy. So Cody comes out and literally sets up a table, 2 chairs, puts his belt on the middle, like does the whole setup for a contract signing, but does it all by himself. Like people are like, what is he? Why is he pulling a table out? What's up with the chairs? Like, but then once he puts it all together, like, oh, okay, and then he calls out Gunther. Gunther comes out and is now continuing. For those of you who don't know, for the past couple of weeks on SmackDown, Gunther's been playing games about signing this contract, right? So Gunther continues to play games. And he's like, yeah, no, I'm not going to sign it. You're going to give me this, or you're going to give me that, or you didn't do this right. You didn't say please right? Because Cody Rhodes said, please come sign the contract, right? And so Gunther then proceeds to say, no, I don't think I'm going to do it today. I don't think I'm going to. He proceeds to start turning around. All of a sudden, Royce Keys' music hits. He walks right up to Gunther with his mic, gets right in his face, looks at Gunther and says, if you won't sign the contract, I will. And slams his mic down on the ground and makes a beeline directly for the ring. Gunther's sitting there complaining, throwing his hands in the air, getting all pissed. Royce Keys literally gets in the ring, looks at Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes looks at him. Now, mind you, they know each other from AEW when he was Powerhouse Hobbs. And he's like, okay. And Cody's like, all right. Cody shrugs his shoulders, turns over the contract to sign Gunther to SmackDown, shows him the championship match, and hands him the pin. And the crowd goes wild, and Royce Keys grabs the pin from Cody and is about to sign the contract, and Gunther comes sliding in the ring. Literally, there is a 2-minute fight over the pin. Like, they're not fighting each other. Gunther reaches in, takes the pin from Royce Keys. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Royce Keys reaches over, takes the pin from Gunther, and goes to start trying to sign. Gunther reaches up. This goes on for 2 minutes. And needless to say, at the end of the day, Nick Aldis comes out and basically tells Gunther, well, Gunther, you've been playing these games about signing that contract and you kind of overplayed your hand. So the championship match at Clash of Italy is up for grabs. And then he makes the announcement that the main event is going to be Gunther versus Royce Keys for the number one contendership in the match at Clash in Italy.
Yeah.
So, but this was also tied into the fact that Royce Keys and Solo Sikoa had a confrontation in the back about Royce supporting Jacob Fatu. And Solo Sikoa came out to cheer on Royce Keys and ended up getting smacked in the head with a chair for it. He tried to slide. No, he tried to slide Solo took out a chair in the middle of the match, tried to slide it to Royce Keys. Royce Keys picked it up and was like, what? And Solo's like, hit him, telling him to hit Gunther.
Yeah.
So Royce takes it and smacks Solo with it. And then, yes, Gunther proceeds to basically get him in the sleeper.
Yeah.
And then puts him in the power bomb and pins him 1, 2, 3. So it will be Gunther versus Cody Rhodes. Gunther ain't playing around no more at Clash of Italy for the WWE Championship. A match that, I'm going to tell you, I'm not 100% sure that Cody's going to walk out the winner. We'll see, though. We'll see. Let me see. Damian Priest fought Tama Tonga and beat him with a South of Heaven. Immediately after, the Tama Tonga and Solo Sikoa proceeded to beat down Damian Priest. Yeah. I'm assuming the MFTs at some point are going to get their tag team titles back.
Yeah.
Let's see. Now, before we get to the what was the real open of the show, I have to say this anytime we talk about Royce Keys. Every time he comes down to the ring and they announce him from East Palo Alto, California, it sends a warm feeling from my heart. I was raised, I spent a good portion of my life in EPA. I know the town well. Had family that lived there most of my life. Still got family that live over there. So when they announce him from there and I hear that on the big stage, it just sends good vibes down my whole body.
Yeah.
But speaking of that, hometown heroics as Trick Williams opened the show with Little Yachty, and had himself some fun with the South Carolina crowd because for those of you who don't know, Trick Williams, before he became a wrestler, was a wide receiver for the University of South Carolina Gamecocks. So he came out to celebrate with his people, and he was interrupted as usual by awesome.
Yeah.
People knock where he's at right now in his career, but The Miz has had a very, very storied WWE career considering where he's came from, where he's been, and now he's in the latter years of his career.
Yeah, he's kind of winding down, same way as you see a lot of the wrestlers winding down right now.
Yeah, so the Miz came out and did his thing. This is why the Miz will always crack me up. This is why Awesome Truth was so awesome. The Miz was Kit Wilson stood up to Little Yachty and Trick Williams for the Miz and decided that he was gonna put them in their place with slam poetry. And Kit Wilson doing slam poetry while the Miz is behind him as his hype man. Yeah, pacing behind him. What? much needed comic relief with the serious tone of wrestling as a show. And it did it for me. It was hilarious. Of course, Trick Williams then ends up in a match with The Miz, one-on-one that he ends up winning. And it was yeah. Little Yachty got basically The Miz took out a kendo stick to try to hit Trick Williams with. Little Yachty took it away from him and ended up using it on Kit Wilson. So I hope they do something good with Kit Wilson because they've kind of relegated him to this sidekick role for right now because his tag team partner is out with a neck injury, may not ever come back. Wilson. But I hope they give him a run, like give him like a Marty Jannetty type run, like let him win the IC title once or something like that. You ain't got to put him in the WWE championship picture, but let him win the IC title or the US title. Let him stay in that area. Like, I think he's better than just being a part of a tag team.
A thought just occurred.
What's that?
I want to see a match, a no DQ match with Trick Williams and whoever the feud be, where Trick's down, the opponent grabs a kendo stick, and then starts beating him and shouting out, "Whip that Trick!"
I'm pretty sure it's probably been done at some point in NXT.
Probably, yeah.
If you find his matches in NXT, you'll see it. But hey, I wouldn't mind seeing it on the main roster either.
No.
There was a lot of women's division drama that happened between the tag team division, where Paige and Brie Bella beat Julia and Kiana James, and what was a really good match. Like, those four girls can go. I don't care what nobody says. I'm tired of people saying that the Bellas can't wrestle. They can.
Yeah.
Like, I stated it like this to somebody one day, and I'll say this real quick. Wrestling is like martial arts. There's like 100 different styles of wrestling. There's not just, and I'm talking about professional wrestling, like and really regular wrestling as well. It's not just one type. So when you're judging whether or not somebody can wrestle, you got to understand the style that which they're wrestling with before you can really judge whether or not they're good at what they do. Like, if you don't understand what catch wrestling is, you're not going to be able to look at a Roman Reigns or Anoa'i family match and understand really a lot of what you're seeing.
Right.
But anyway, so between that and I'll say Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss beating Michin and B-Fab, only to be beaten down by Jay Cargill, Michin, and B-Fab. Now, here's what's funny is now on SmackDown, they're kind of putting together Rhea Ripley with Alexa and Charlotte, but you have B-Fab, Michin, Jade Cargill, and now you have what are they called? The girls are JC Jane and Fallon Henley and can't think of their name. What is it? I can't think of their name right now, but you have those three girls. You have multiple 3-girl kind of like factions running around, and I want to see what they're going to do with it. Let's see. All right, so that will do it for the Smack Diggity Down. Oh, Carmelo Hayes and Ricky Saints got into it in the back, only to lead to a match that Carmelo Hayes actually won by Shady, with shady tactics.
Yeah.
Why? Because he can. Because Carmelo needs a win. They got to build him back up, because I think what they did when they had him drop the belt is they will eventually build him back up to
US
his battle with his battle with Trick Williams, because their battle in NXT was an epic. So I can't wait to see them go at it over the US title. Like, I think that's going to be the big feud probably heading into SummerSlam. But we shall see. Yeah. All right, so that closes us out on the big sweaty men slapping meat in the ring. And we will move on now. Kahari hates it when I say that. to Tech Tinker's favorite part of the show, and that is Cheap Pop game reviews. I'll give a quick game review. MLB The Show 25, great game. Watch me play it every Thursday. MLB Thursdays. Anyway, our first article up is about GTA 6.
Yeah, we actually have 2 bits of GTA news, so we're going to combine them together. So first of all, GTA 6 is being review bombed after yet another delay has been announced.
1 second. Go for it. I'll be right back.
Yep. So, it's been a year since the game's last trailer. And fans are not really having it in there. So, lots of review bombs with Take-Two and Rockstar kind of going into a little bit of damage control mode. There's suggestions that there might be a new trailer for GTA 6 sometime before the end of the month. Since with Red Dead Redemption 2, their third trailer came out 6 months before it was released. Another Rockstar title that had been infamously delayed a couple times before getting released. But all is not lost, GTA fans, because Best Buy is a bit of hot water with Take-Two and Rockstar, in that Best Buy kind of let it slip that Monday, yes, Monday, May 18th, is when pre-orders for GTA 6 open up.
Oh, really now?
Yeah. So
hey,
that means that we're probably within a few more months of the release.
So let's hope, guys. Let's hope. Here's the thing about it. I don't know. I had an old friend of mine who used to always say he never bought games when they first came out because you know what I'm saying, he wanted to give it a little bit of time for them to fix some of the bugs. And I think with this game, as long as it's taking them, I would think that there's no bugs in the game, but we all know,
right?
Even if a game takes forever, it's still rushed to market.
Which is another conversation, because we grew up in the cartridge area.
Yeah.
Where you buy a game and there are bugs in it, there is no way to fix that bug.
Yeah, there's no patch to upload. Yeah. There's none of that.
Digital distribution has made developers sloppy.
Yes. Well, again, that DC and just like I think DLC has made them greedy, because it used to be when they sold you a game. When I bought the Adventures of Zelda,
yep,
I bought the entire game in in one fell swoop. I didn't buy just the beginning 5 levels and then I had to pay extra for the 13 level DLC and then another, no, it was the game. So, but yeah, that's we'll see what happens with it. We'll see what happens. All right, so now it says supposedly a new Transformers game is reportedly in development.
Yep.
Over.
And this is coming to us from the Gamer.
Yeah.
And YouTube content creator RoboGamer HD has says a new Transformer game is reportedly in development, and secret invites are being sent for players to test the game. Full reveal is supposedly pre-registrations will be starting July this year.
Huh. Like, and I can believe that they send out little secret things to do testings.
Oh yeah,
I can never forget. I got actually from EA. I got one for Triple Play Baseball right before it came out. Me and my boy Andrew drove out to Mountain View, I think it was, where they were at, and did a testing on that game. So it was be on the lookout for that. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
But are we finally getting our open world, like?
I don't know.
Like, yeah.
You know, I'm I am really skeptical of Hasbro doing anything right.
Fair enough.
They seem to be in a competition with Sony to see who can self-sabotage themselves the worst. Okay. But you know, we'll see it when we see it. You know, it's like my feelings on the huge Robotech game announcement, where it's just a new skin for an already existing mobile slop game.
Yeah, that was.
That's janky, and you know there's another huge announcement supposedly at Anime Expo this year for Robotech, which I'm just expecting it to be another panel about the game.
Just another panel about the same game that they were talking about earlier.
Yeah, because literally every 2 to 3 days there's another look at the new game that gets posted on the official Robotech channel.
They want to keep it fresh in people's mind. That's what it is.
Yep. And the best is yet to come. Remember, we've been hearing that for 30 years now.
Oh man!
Thank you, Tommy.
Get together, Hasbro. All right. So Capcom reportedly remaking one of the best TPS2 games ever, and Capcom's primarily known for Monster Hunter and Resident Evil.
Yeah.
I believe. Hey, Devil May Cry.
Yep.
Looks like Devil May Cry may be getting a new one, huh?
Right. And even though though I'm not able to access Netflix for some reason, I mean, I can get to the screen, but it won't play the videos. I get an error message, but the home screen lets me know that there's a new season of the Devil May Cry animated series on Netflix right now.
Season 2. I've heard it's pretty good.
Yep.
And according to the article, this will not be a Devil May Cry 6. It's not a new Devil May Cry game.
Right.
It is a remake of the original Devil May Cry.
Right.
Which was an awesome game. I think I have it, a classic version of it that I downloaded on my Xbox back when they were giving out the free games. It was either my Xbox or it was on my PlayStation. I don't remember. Yeah. But yeah, like I look forward to that. Like that looks like it's going to be something. It'll probably be something worth playing, especially if they rejigger the mechanics of the game to make it a little bit easier to hit the combos and stuff like that. So, all right. So last article here is Microsoft drops the hammer on Forza Horizon 6 leakers.
Yep.
So what's the story here, sir?
All right. Well, Forza Horizon 6 is launching next week on PC and Xbox. Sorry, PlayStation folks. So a fully playable build of the game leaked online of release. And Microsoft is not happy. Okay. Because this is one of their legacy Xbox titles. So they are hitting users who are playing the leaked build with basically a lifetime hardware ban. not the game ban, but hardware. And it's basically means that a simple Windows reinstall won't reinstate the banned Xbox account on the banned system.
Oh, so basically they link the band to your computer hardware instead of
or your console hardware, yeah.
Wow.
And
8,000 years, huh?
Yeah, the unbanning date is set for December 31st in the year 9,999.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So the account can only be recovered by changing the motherboard of the banned system.
Ooh, buddy. Microsoft ain't doing too much. They just protecting that's all they doing.
Yep.
That's all they doing.
Yep. They are not playing around.
Oh.
They are, yeah, that's how pissed they are at this.
That's gonna be wow. I don't blame them, but just wow, like
yeah,
your whole computer. You gotta if you want to play on the Microsoft account again, you have to change.
I expect that there's going to be quite a few Xbox Series X's up for sale on eBay for bargain basement prices to prevent people from looking at and so thank you, bye. And only for the buyer to find out that it's a banned hardware Xbox.
They'll call it the bricked Xbox syndrome.
Yep.
Oh man. Yeah, that's hilarious. But I wonder if that person would be able to call Xbox and be like, "Look, I'm not him. Like you can see, I'm not the one who it was registered to
who
before."
Knows? Who knows?
And maybe have them unlock that particular console. Who knows? But that's insane. But that would have to go through all that work just to play an Xbox.
But that's what corporations can do with monopolies like that. Yep.
Very true. Very true. All right, so that'll be our last story, wrapping it up on the video game talk, and that takes us into the final segment of the show. Unfortunately, still no Saint, but maybe we'll get him here next week. All right, where can we find you next? Dave, go in and let us know what's going on over there on the night shift. Ooh.
I will be back on tonight with Starfield, continuing on the major quest in the Terran Armada content last night, and so we're going to further that. Maybe do a bit of the UC quest line as well. I found out how expensive it is to upgrade the quality of the weapons now in the new weapon build system, where you just got to pour credits into, sometimes up to like hundreds of thousands of credits to upgrade your favorite gun to the next quality tier, which does improve the damage and other factors. But it ain't cheap, let me tell you. But just a little quick note related to video games. I'm not going to be streaming because this is Kev's Jam, but I do have all 5 of the free Final Fantasies, the Japanese systems 1 through 5, that you get for free with the Game Pass membership. So those are now a permanent part of my Xbox library, and I am experiencing Final Fantasy from the beginning for the first time. Yep.
What was funny was when I chose to do 3 for Retro Saturdays, it was purely by chance. Like my original plan was to do the original Final Fantasy 1 because I've never played that before. But I took 3 thinking, and this is going to be really odd, when I first downloaded it, I thought it was the American version of 3. I was like, oh, this would be super cool to play again. I was like, I haven't played this in heck of days. Ultima, like, oh God, I haven't played this in so many days, right? And then I looked at it and I noticed 4 and 5, and I went, oh shit, this is the Japanese version. I was like, I gotta wait for 6 before I can play the 3 I'm thinking of. I was like, oh well, I still got 3. I've never played it before, so why not?
Right.
Let's just have some fun.
So having fun with that. And speaking of Retro Saturday, if things go well this week for me and I relearn OBS and get things set up now that I have my 2 monitors and a functioning computer, I'll be rejoining Retro Saturday.
Nice.
Going, as Mr. Berman would say, back, way back to the mid 1980s PC home computer revolution with the original Dungeons and Dragons computer game Pool of Radiance, kicking that series off.
That is awesome.
I have the entire Gold Box series through good old games.
Heck yeah. Like we always try to come up with something interesting for y'all for Retro Saturdays. Well, I say, all right. So as for me, you can hopefully catch me. I have not heard back from her yet, but if not, I'll probably still end up going on solo. On the Classroom tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and then Saint should be on a little bit later. We took the week off last week for Mother's Day with the Classroom, and Saint had a Mother's Day episode he wanted to do, and so this week we will be back full force. I want to say, and then my next video game stream will be on Tuesday, and that will be Football Tuesdays with EA Sports College Football 26. And guys, don't forget, Thursdays have switched from SmackDown Thursdays with the WWE 2K series to MLB Thursdays with MLB The Show 25. Had some fun this week with it, so be sure to drop by and join us next week for it. Other than that, that's about all I got. I'll see you guys on the Classroom at 6, and hope you guys have a great week. Be sure to check us out. We're all over the place, YouTube, Twitch. You can find us on TikTok, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, Instagram. We're all over the place. Just find us. Peace.
Bang, 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 bang.